Hello, and welcome to Paul's ride to my friend's house in Accrington. Right, so I'm going to Raymond's house, and I haven't seen Raymond for quite some time. And on this particular day, it was fortuitous because he was having problems, or he'd had problems with a laptop, and although I'm no expert, I do know a little bit, self-taught, and listening to people who know about such things. You know, you pick things up over the years. However, when I got it home, I soon realised that it was a little bit beyond me, and as it turned out, it definitely was. It was running Windows XP. The laptop is obviously, you can, that ages the laptop. However, it booted up really quickly, and I thought, wow, this laptop, although it's an absolute ton in weight, I could see that it's worth actually having it properly maintained, properly fixed. So here comes my friend Andy of County-Wide Computer Services in Blackburn. Highly recommend him. There's his name now on screen. County-Wide Computers. I'll put a link in the description. Andy's Microsoft certified, and well, he's good. I recommend him. He built the computer that I'm using now, the Tower, which has got Windows 7 on, 8 gig of RAM, and I'm very pleased with it. And it's now, what, it must be 3, maybe 4 years old. And although when I don't use an editing software that uses lots and lots of RAM, it's not got too many bells and whistles, but it does what I want it to do, and I think my videos reflect that. So yeah, so as I said, I brought it home, and I gave it Andy, and the basic fault was it was I think it had Service Pack 2 on it, and of course a lot of websites don't support Internet Explorer 6, I think it had on it, and apparently according to Andy that's the worst browser that Microsoft had. Again, I'm not sure about that, but anyway, when I got the laptop back off Andy for a full service, not including parts, it didn't need anything. He has all the discs for XP, and of course XP is not supported now by Microsoft, so very handy to know Andy. Handy to know Andy. There you are. And £40, so can't grumble at that, and it's working like a trooper. So right, so we're just coming along the Haslingden Old Road. We've just gone through Nusden Brook, and I drive this road every day when I'm going to Manchester, and I come to this roundabout here on the road to the right. That's can't remember the name of it. Oh, it'll come to me. So now, as I said, this is the road that now what I didn't realise, because you don't in a car, and you know my feelings about the state of the roads, just here, as you can see in the centre of the road, there is a channel that the utility companies have dug, and now you can either ride to the left of it or ride to the right of it. and that of course puts you in close proximity to the oncoming traffic. And this bloody channel goes on for quite a while, and it's absolutely awful. I don't know if you can see how the screen is shaking. It's absolutely awful. As I say, with me in my van, my little van, going to Manchester, you're not aware of it because it's bang in the middle of the vehicle. But on a motorbike, of course, it's right where you ride. So this is the scenic way to get to Accrington. You can go along Aki Road or Accrington Road, past the old Mother Egg Cat pub, down into church, and get to Accrington that way. Well, this takes you at the top of Accrington to the what they call the Fern Gore part of Aki, and there you go. So I first met Raymond back in, I think it was 2000. For a bit of extra money, I used to work at the emergency doctors or out of hours doctors service, and that involved going out sometimes on occasions. Most patients were seen at the local hospital in Nelson, but when we did have to go out, I used to escort the doctor, who used to drive his or her car, to the patient's house. Now, I had a pager on me, and when calls used to come through from Blackburn, of course it would scroll across the screen of the pager, and you'd fill a form out while she sat in the car, whilst the doctor was in the house seeing to the patient. So if it involved another visit, of course the doctor would decide on that. So I used to do that at the weekends, in the evenings, and for a bit of extra money. And one of the times when I was going, it was a lovely day, and I always remember driving away from home and looking in my rear view mirror and seeing Samantha, our daughter, on her bicycle, which she'd just got. I think she'd just got it, and she'd not long had it, and we'd not long lived where we are, and it's a lovely little cul-de-sac where we live, so it's nice and quiet. I remember thinking, what am I doing driving away? I should be with my daughter. But of course, anybody who's got a young family with bills to pay, mortgage to pay, etc., you know that you've got to make these sacrifices. And that day, it was a turning point. It wasn't long before I gave it up, and I thought, well, this is coming between my family, and although I do a full-time job as well, 40 hours, this was extra, and we'll have to manage without. So I quit. And but anyway, as I said, I met some lovely people, and one of them was Raymond, and he's a lovely fella, and it's incredible that the life, the vitality of the man. Up until recent years, he was a motorcyclist. He's had a Pan-European. He's had a Honda NT700 Deauville. So he's had his bikes, and by golly, if I look and as healthy as Raymond is now, when I get his age, if I'm fortunate enough to reach his age, well, I'll be most pleased, because it's incredible. and I'm proud to know him. He's a really good man, a really kind man, and typical of his generation. And yeah, so glad to have met him. So anyway, we're coming over the tops now. As I said, it's quite a nice ride. It's just going to be a whir around here. This bit of a bend here, bit of an S bend. Just got to be, it's quite tight here, and of course, you know, you could have a car flying around that corner there on the wrong side of the road, you're in Dickie's Meadow. But you won't believe you were above Accrington. You know, anyone who doesn't know this area or lives in this area and doesn't know about this bit of Accrington, I guess you'll be quite surprised. So now, as I speak, it's the 1st of July 2016, and it's extremely wet, and the temperature is about 12 or 13 degrees Celsius. That's 54 to 56 Fahrenheit. We've had a bad week weather-wise. We've had some cool temperatures and a lot of rain. So summer has yet to arrive here. So here we are. So the next part will be the journey home. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on part 2. Bye for now.